Okay, this is my last video for the night, but I was watching Iyanla Van Zant for the last 4 weeks about the guy who had the 34 kids and the revelations of all the baggage and the brokenness, the damage, um, things that he had to deal with. But I don't think, as I was looking and I felt the emotions of the show and the people participating, and then the one that just past week where the mother, she broke down and she was broken, and the son ended up being broken because the mama was broken. And I don't think that we realize what kind of domino effect we have when we experience things in our childhood, things that our mothers, our fathers does to us, and we carry and we take it on as we go through child and teenage and adulthood, and we never get rid of that baggage. We never understand why we the way we are, and we just go along every day. And I sat and I thought to myself, there are a lot of people that are broken. Hence why people accept the things that they accept. And what I'm saying is, it's time for everybody, including myself, to do a self-evaluation and try to fix and break the cycle of repetitive bad behavior. You know, when you lose a parent, that has an effect on you, especially if you don't address it, you don't talk about it. When you're around a parent, for boys who see their father sleeping with one woman like a revolving door, that has an effect. When you see a mother and a daughter who sees their mother having men coming through the house like a revolving door, that has an effect. When kids see their parents high and don't know whether it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, that has an effect. When you as a woman accept a man degrading you and cutting you down and killing your self-esteem and taking away your character, and you lose yourself in relationship to please a man, we need to stop and think about these things, because hence why we are the way we are. And it's time to break the cycle. It's time to stop pointing the finger at somebody else and look within to see potentially what could be wrong with me. Why do I do the things that I do? Why do I act the way I act? Why do I say what I do? Why do I draw bad men or bad women? Or why do I have to have a man in my life? Why can't I be by myself? These are questions that should be asked, because there are a lot of people out there that's cutters, that are manic depressive, uh, that just don't know how to be by themselves. And they don't have an idea what real love is about. So those shows really open my eyes to some things. And I think when we see things, we read it, we should do a self-evaluation and see what you can take away to improve yourself to make you better. Because whether we want to admit it or not, whatever happens in our lives, our friend lives, it affects us one way or another. We don't admit it, but it do. And it takes a big person to admit that somebody has broken you. It takes a big person to admit that you longing for some affection. This is why some of these women end up selling for the men that they settle for the lack of love. They didn't get it at home. Their mother was not giving it. Their father didn't give it. So they don't know what real love is. So when somebody displays a little inkling of love, you think that's good. And then that love turns around and ends up being controlling, and controlling end up being abusive verbally, and verbal abuse end up being physical abuse. And then we end up blaming ourselves and think we are the cause of things that's happening to us. But that's not the case. Because when I saw that gentleman said that his mother degraded him as a child, when he sat on that couch and he was suicidal and she didn't eat, she was so high and she didn't know she walked past him. Mothers, do you realize the damage that you cause to your kids when you do the things that you do? If you can't be 100% for your child, then please don't bring these babies into the world. Leave them floating in the air or leaving that man's scrotum swimming around until he can get to a decent uh, relationship that's going to be bonded by marriage. Come on, we having babies for what? To hold a man? And I've said this many times before. It does not hold a man. Stop selling yourself short. Stop being in a relationship because you feel that's going to complete you. Because men does not complete you. It's time for a self-evaluation. We need to look at the woman and the man in the mirror and fix what's broken so we can mend and live a healthy life. That's all I'm saying. Take what you can take and use it to better yourself. That's what we need to do. It's time for self-evaluation. No joke. That was some serious stuff.